And so without further ado, let us say hello now to the notorious Conor McGregor, who's kind enough to join us from Dublin, Ireland.
All right, so I decided I would go over this interview with Area Hawaiian Sports Center, and they're interviewing Conor McGregor. I posted that video of Conor punching that guy in the bar, so I figure it is good to put this on my channel too, because I did put a negative for Conor. Now I would like to put it the opposite, so I can just have a little transparency. I don't like just kicking someone while they're down, or just hammering it in. They did something wrong. It's good to see the footage, react to it, and then if there's a response from the people involved, give a listen and try to be objective about it and go forward. So let's just listen to some of the clips here from this.
Thank you so much for doing this. How are you?
I'm good, Ariel. How are you? Thank you so much for having me on. It's an honor.
Say Conor does look, it looks good. It looks healthy.
It's been a long time, so it's good to chat to you again.
Absolutely,
yeah.
And we really appreciate the time. We know a lot is going on in your life these days, so let's get right into it. Let's get to the news first, if you will. Just last week, TMZ posted a video of an incident that occurred back in April of this past year, where you appeared to get into an altercation with another man at a bar in Ireland. Could you tell us your side of that story? What happened there?
I mean, in reality, it doesn't matter what happened there. I was in the wrong. That man deserved to enjoy his time in the pub without having it to end the way it did. And although
that's a good response, I think, for knowing that the footage is out there, knowing just it really isn't going to matter what's said if it's not documented or it's not public knowledge as is. There's no point just to keep adding on to it, because that dude that did get hit, you know, that's his life too. And Conor obviously isn't a normal human. I mean, he's so famous, everything's going to be amplified.
And although 5 months ago it was, and I tried to make amends, and I made amends back then, it's still, the fans don't even, that does not even matter. I was in the wrong. I must come here before you and take accountability and take responsibility, and I owe it
That's
to...
what Conor's really good at, you know. When he loses, he accepts it and he does the right thing, you know. Doesn't keep talking shit, gives credit when credit's due in his fights. And same thing here. He knows he fucked up, you know. So good on Conor.
To the people that have been supporting me, I owe it to my mother, my father, my family. I owe it to the people who trained me in martial arts. That's not who I am. That's not the reason.
What he just said there, I believe him. I really do believe him. Maybe he's just the best at manipulating the masses and why he's so famous, part of his charm. But I do believe what he's saying when he's saying these things. You got to remember how famous this man got so quickly, how much money he has. 100 million just in the Floyd fight. Think of all of his endorsements. That's crazy responsibility and just power to be given in your 20s. So, and I mean, coming from his background and just knowing who he is, put those two things together, everyone wants a story, you know. So I really appreciate this interview he did. Like, it's good. A lot of people don't do this. Like, when they really fuck up, like just people, I can't even think of someone specific, you know. At least he's not like cheating, you know, in the sport, like TJ Dillashaw. Like, that's worse, I think. He comes out, he admits he did wrong. Let's go forward.
That's not the reason why I got into martial arts or studying combat sport. The reason I got into it was to defend against that type of scenario. So to see that, and although months ago when I have been making steps and continually making steps to do better and be better, to see it, it's like a dagger into my heart as a young martial artist. So I'm just...
Yeah, I believe him. I really do. We got to remember too how crazy Conor is to this sport and how good he actually is at fighting and what he did accomplish. Double champion, weight classes he's gone from. He's fought so many different sizes of people, and he does it, you know. So I think we got to forgive most people for most things. Not murder and shit like that, but you know, I mean, he punched a guy in the bar. The guy was old. I'm not even quite sure how old. I just kept seeing reports of 97-year-old. That's why I put the title of this. If he was younger, I will change that title. Let's just finish up this.
I'm just here to own up to that and move on and carry on and face what's coming with it.
The video is a little grainy. Did you in fact punch that man?
Dude, Ariel's always fishing for shit, you know. I like Ariel, but man, just stupid question. You see the video, the dude's head moves, Conor's arm goes and hits him in the face. Is this a necessary question? Oh man, it's funny that I'm doing like an analyzing channel, but I hate commentating. I hate speculation, and I hate like sports analysts speculating, you know. Man, what a dumb question.
Look, in respect to the whole entire situation, we'll let it play out with what happens with what happens with it. So,
Okay.
what happened was a little hazy for me also, and it was many months ago, like I said, and I have been making amends to make it not happen again, and to be better, to be a better father, to be a better human, to be a better role model to these kids. I know a lot of kids are looking up to me, and sometimes it kind of takes me back, but I have to realise that that's not the attitude or the behaviour of a leader, of a martial artist, of a champion. So I must get my head screwed on and just get back in the game and fight for redemption, retribution, respect, the things that made me the man I am, and that's what I will do.
And so right now with that situation, as you mentioned, this happened back in April, but the video gets released last week. Where do things stand with it right now?
I mean, look, it got released the day after my daughter's christening, so we had such a great time with my family, and then, you know, I just have to wait and see what happens, and whatever comes my way, I will face it. Whatever comes my way, I deserve it, you know. So I will face this head on. I will not hide from it. I was in the wrong. It was completely unacceptable behaviour for a man in my position.
Right on. All right. I think we get it. Ariel's just going to keep fishing the same stupid questions. Good on Conor for doing this. I'm someone who forgives, so I think we should give him another chance and just say, no more of the bullshit. We love watching you fight. Let's do that. All right, guys. See you next time. Subscribe if you haven't. Also, comment videos you might want me to do.